Good day everyone. Our topic for today is all about midpoint of a segment. Word problems involving midpoint. So meron tayong 5 word problem na sasagutan today. So question number 1. Find the coordinates of the intersection of the diagonals of the parallelogram whose vertices are -5, 2, -5, 3, 4, 3, and 4, -2. So we have the solution. Una, i-plot natin yung lahat ng points na to sa ating Cartesian plane. So, i-plot natin. So, we have -5, -2, -5, 3, ito ay 4, 3, at ito ay 4, -2. Next is connect natin yung bawat vertices. So, we have this parallelogram. Next, consider natin yung property ng parallelogram na napag-aralan natin nang tayo ay nasa lower level. So, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Anong ibig sabihin? Kapag gumawa tayo ng diagonals and nag-intersect sila somewhere, so ang sabi doon ay each diagonal bisect each other. So, ibig sabihin, nahati nila yung isa't isa into 2 equal parts. Since we need to find the intersection of the diagonal of the parallelogram, so, anong ibig sabihin? Yung intersection nila is the midpoint of these two opposite vertices or any two opposite vertices. So, kahit saan tayo pumili ng opposite vertices, yung midpoint nun is yung intersection ng kanilang diagonals. Using midpoint formula, gamitin natin itong -5, 3 and 4, -2. So, itong dalawang opposite vertices natin. So, we have -5 plus 4 is equals to -1 divided by 2 is -1/2, and 3 plus -2 is +1 divided by 2 is +1. Therefore, yung coordinate ng ating midpoint or ng intersection ng ating diagonals is -1/2, 1/2. Now, same lang yan kung gagamitin natin tong -5, -2 and 4, 3. So, pwede nyo i-try. Okay? But, again, you get the same result. So, therefore, we're done. So, yung key dito is yung property ng parallelogram na nagsasabi na diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay? So, number 2. AB is the diameter of a circle whose center is 4, -1. So, center is 4, -1. If the coordinates of A are -1, 3, find the coordinates of point B. Okay, let's have the solution. First, gawa tayo ng circle. Gawa tayo ng diameter ng circle. Ilagay natin yung center. And merong ibinigay na coordinates para sa center natin. So, ang sabi doon, whose center is 4, -1. So, we have 4, -1. And if the coordinates of point A, so let's have point A, -1, 3. And point B, yun yung nawawala. Kasi yung goal natin, hanapin yung coordinates ng point B. Now, yung center is the midpoint of A and B. Bakit? Kasi siya yung center ng circle natin. At yung CA at saka yung CB is radius. Therefore, same yung distance nila from C. So, anong ibig sabihin? Yung C yung midpoint ng A and B. Now, since yung C yung ating midpoint, parang ganito lang natin siya kukumputin. -1 plus something divided by 2, dapat ang maging sagot ay 4. Ang tanong, ano yung something na yun? So, -1 plus something divided by 2, kailangan maging 4. In short, dapat yung something must be 9. Kasi -1 plus 9 is 8 divided by 2, we have 4. Okay? Next, 3 plus something divided by 2, kailangan maging -1. It must be, yung something natin, must be -5. Kasi 3 plus -5 is equals to -2 divided by 2 is equals to -1. So, initially, kung iisipin natin yung ganong concept, makukuha agad natin yung answer which is 9, -5. But, the question is, sir, paano kung hindi namin naisip yung ganong concept? Okay, so gamitin natin yung midpoint formula. So, paano siya gagamitin? Itago muna natin itong ating answer. Next, gamitin natin yung concept ng midpoint dun sa point A, saka dun sa point B. So, we have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. Apply natin. We have -1 plus x divided by 2. And 3 plus y divided by 2. We have 3 plus y divided by 2. Now, ano yung equivalent niyan? Equivalent siya nung ating midpoint, which is 4, negative 1. So, what does it mean? Etong x-coordinate ng midpoint is equals to 4. So, we have negative 1 plus x divided by 2 is equals to 4. Now, we can now solve for the variable x. Cross multiply, we have negative 1 plus x equals to 8. Plus 1 both sides, we have x is equals to 9. So, we have the value of x equals to 9. Next, 3 plus y over 2 is equals to negative 1. Yung parehas, y coordinate. 3 plus y over 2 is equals to negative 1. Cross multiply, we have 3 plus y equals to negative 2. Minus 3 both sides, y is equals to 5. So, therefore, bumalik lang tayo dun sa sagot natin kanina na negative 1 plus something divided by 2 equals to 4. Okay? And therefore, our final answer must be 9, negative 5. And we're done. Now, let's move on to question number 3. Find the center of the circle with diameter having endpoints 8, negative 3 and negative 6, 3. So, we have the solution. Gawa tayo ng circle. Gawa tayo ng diameter. Next, ilagay natin yung coordinates ng endpoints ng ating diameter. Next, yung goal natin is to find the center of the circle. So, we know na yung center ng circle ay nasa gitna ng ating diameter. So, meaning, gagamitan lang natin to ng midpoint formula and yun na yung ating center agad. Now, using midpoint formula, we have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. I-substitute lang natin mga values na meron tayo. So, we have 8 plus negative 6 divided by 2, negative 3 plus 3 divided by 2. Or simply, 8 plus 6 is 2 divided by 2 is 1, negative 3 plus 3 is 0, divided by 2 is 0. Therefore, yung ating center, ang coordinates niya is 1, 0. And we're done. Okay, so let's move on to question number 4. The coordinates of the vertices of a square are negative 4, 3, 4, 3, negative 4, negative 5, and 4, negative 5. Next, a smaller square is drawn from the midpoints of the sides of the bigger square. So letter A, ito yung kailangan nating hanapin. What is the area of the smaller square? Letter B, what is the perimeter of this smaller square? So by the way, area ng square is s squared. Yung perimeter ng square is 4 times s. Letter C, what is the perimeter of the bigger square? And letter D, what is the coordinates of the intersection of the diagonals of the smaller square? So let's have the solution. First, gawa muna tayo ng Cartesian plane. I-plot natin yung points. So meron tayong 4 na vertices. Gawa tayo ng square. Ilagay natin. So, ito yung negative 4, 3. Ito yung 4, 3, and so on and so forth. Next, kunin natin yung midpoint ng bawat side ng ating square. Bakit natin kailangan kunin yung midpoint? Kasi yung small square is drawn from the midpoints of the side of the bigger square. So, kunin natin yung midpoint. Madali lang naman kunin yung midpoint ng ating side. Bakit? Kasi ito ay negative 4 plus 4 divided by 2. So, 0 divided by 2 is 0. 3 plus 3 is 6 divided by 2 ay 3. So, kanina pa natin ginagawa yung midpoint. For sure, kaya na natin siyang i-mental or may sapat na idea na tayo pagkuha ng midpoint. So, tuloy-tuloy na natin. Lagay natin yung midpoint ng pangalawa. This is 4, negative 1. This is negative 4, negative 1. And yung nasa ibaba, ito ay 0, negative 5. Now, dun sa 4 na midpoint natin, dyan tayo gagawa ngayon ng small square. Like this. Okay. Now, ito na ngayon yung unang question. What is the area of the smaller square? So, yung area ng square is equals to s squared. So, ang kailangan lang nating mahanap is yung length ng square. So, paano ba hahanapin yung length ng square? Nung smaller square. So, gagamitin natin yung point na 0,3 saka yung negative 4, negative 1. Kung matatandaan, yung lesson natin last week is all about the distance. Now, kung makukuha natin yung distance between these 2 points, yun na yung length ng ating side. So, in this case, we need to use the distance formula to find yung ating side ng ating square, yung smaller square natin. So, So, gamitin natin. I-substitute lang natin. We have 0 minus negative 4 squared plus 3 minus negative 1 squared. So, ito yung x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Simplify natin. 0 minus negative 4 is positive 4 squared plus 3 minus negative 1 is positive 4 and then squared. So, we have 16 plus 16 is equals to 32. Now, tandaan na yung s is equals to square root of 32. Okay, gagamitin ulit natin ito mamaya. S is equals to square root of 32. Now, ano ba kailangan natin? S squared. So, kung meron na tayong s square root of 32, di-squared na lang natin both sides. So, we have s squared is equals to 32. What does it mean? The area of this small square is equals to 32 units squared. And we're done. Next, what is the perimeter of the smaller square? So, yung perimeter is equals to 4 times s. Now, yung s, sabi ko tandaan kanina, we have s is equals to square root of 32. Simplify na lang natin para makuha natin yung value ng s. So, 32 is equals to 16 times 2. At yung square root ng 16 ay 4, so pwede siyang ilabas. We have s is equals to 4 square root of 2. Now, i-substitute natin doon sa formula natin for the perimeter. So, we have p is equals to 4 times 4 square root of 2. 4 times 4 is 16. Therefore, the perimeter is 16 square root of 2 units. And we're done. Okay, letter C. What is the perimeter of the bigger square? So, again, perimeter is 4 times s. Bakit nga ba 4 times s yan? Because yung square natin ay 4 equal sides. So, isang side lang yung alam mo. Multiply lang natin sa 4. So, yun na yung ating perimeter. Okay, so yung bigger square yung target natin ngayon. So, bilangin natin gaano kahaba mula kay negative 4, 3 papunta kay 4, 3. So, pwede kayong gumamit ng distance formula or pwede nyo rin i-count. Okay, kung kaya naman siyang i-count. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, therefore, yung s natin is equals to 8. O yung length ng side is equals to 8. Pwede nyo bilangin pababa. 8 lang din naman yan at lahat ng side is equals to 8. So, we have 4 times 8, yung ating perimeter, or simply 32. So, the perimeter of the bigger square is equals to 32 units. Now, sir, bakit walang squared? Kasi ito ay perimeter lang. Kung ito ay area, meron tayong squared or unit squared. Okay? So, next is letter D. What is the coordinates of the intersection of the diagonals of the smaller square? Smaller square yung target natin. So, gawin natin yung diagonals like this. Okay? Gamitin natin yung property na nagamit natin dun sa question number 1. Wherein, the intersection of the diagonals of a parallelogram bisects each other. So, meaning, kunin lang natin yung midpoint ng dalawang opposite vertices niya, yun na yung kanilang intersection. So, gamitin natin yung negative 4, negative 1, and 4, negative 1. So, gamit yung ating midpoint formula. So, we have negative 4 plus 4 divided by 2. Negative 1 plus negative 1 divided by 2. Or simply, we have 0, negative 1. And we're done. Okay, so let's move on to question number 5. Kung hindi mo masyadong nakuha, pwede mong ulit panoorin mula kay question 1, or kung gusto mo question 2 lang, kung gusto mo question 3 lang, para mas maintindihan mo yung solution. Now, let's move on to question number 5. Find the vertices of a triangle if the coordinates of the midpoints of the side are 1, 3, negative 1, negative 1, and negative 3, 1. Okay. So, paano yung gagawin natin dito? Una, gawa muna tayong triangle. Next, i-plot natin yung ating mga midpoints. Bakit? Kasi yung midpoints yung given. 1, 3, negative 1, negative 1, negative 3, 1. So, we have these midpoints. Now, yung question ay hanapin yung vertices nung triangle natin. Yun naman yung nawawala. Kanina, midpoint yung nawawala. Ngayon, yung midpoint yung given, yung vertices yung nawawala. Now, since hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga coordinates ng bawat vertices na yan, pangalanan natin sila as ito ay point A, B, ito ay point C, D, ito ay E, F. Next, apply natin yung midpoint formula. Okay? Unahin muna natin yung point AB sa point CD. So, A plus C divided by 2 and B plus D divided by 2. Okay? So, ginamit natin yung midpoint formula dun sa point AB saka dun sa point CD. Now, saan equivalent yan? Equivalent yan dun sa 1, 3. Kung natatandaan nyo yung question number 2, balikan natin yung question, ginamit natin itong ganitong process. Okay? Now, simplify natin. We have A plus C over 2 is equals to 1. Ito yung parehas x coordinate natin. Next, yung parehas y coordinate natin, B plus D divided by 2 is equals to 3. Next, simplify natin both equations. We have A plus C, cross multiply natin. We have A plus C equals to 2. Sa kabilang side, B plus D is equals to 6. Okay, set aside natin itong dalawang equation natin. Next, gamitin natin ulit yung midpoint formula doon naman sa point CD at saka doon sa point EF. So, gamitin natin yung same process na ginawa natin kanina. So, again, this is equals to yung midpoint nila which is negative 1, negative 1. Now, using the same process, kagaya ng ginawa natin dito sa unang dalawang points natin, so we get E plus C is equals to negative 2 and F plus D is equals to negative 2 also. Last, gamitin natin yung midpoint formula dun sa point EF and AB. So, yung equivalent niyan is yung negative 3, 1. It follows na yung E plus A is equals to negative 6 and yung F plus B is equals to positive 2. Now, kunin natin yung 6 na equation na nabuo natin. So, we have A plus C equals to 2, B plus D equals to 6, E plus A equals to negative 6, F plus B equals to 2, E plus C is equals to negative 2, and F plus D is equals to negative 2. Now, notice, pinagtapat-tapat ko itong magkakamukha yung halos, yung mga letter nila. At dito sa kabila, magkakamukha lang din. Okay, what will happen if we add these three equations? So, ang mangyayari dito, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang A, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang E, at magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang C. So, we have 2 times nung A plus C plus E. Meron tayong dalawang A, meron tayong dalawang C, meron tayong dalawang E. Equals to, pag inad natin to 2 plus negative 6 plus negative 2, the answer is negative 6. Now, divide natin both side by 2. So, we have A plus C plus E equals to negative 3. So, ito ngayon yung magiging next equation natin. Now, paano to makakatulong sa pagkuha ng mga variable na kailangan natin kuhanin? Tingnan natin dun sa una. We have A plus C is equals to 2. So, meron tayong A plus C dito. A plus C dito is equals to 2. Kung A plus C is equals to 2, matitira na lang yung E. So, yung 2, lipat sa kabilang side. So, negative 3 minus 2 is equals to negative 5. Therefore, yung E natin is equals to negative 5. Okay, ulitin ulit natin. Etong A plus C, ginuguhitan natin, yung A plus C na to is equal lang siya sa 2. Okay, so pwede mong palitan to ng 2. Now, yung 2 na yun, lipat mo sa kabilang side, so magiging negative 3 minus 2. That's why yung letter E is equals to negative 5. Okay, so gagawin natin yung same trick para makuha yung ibang variable. So, in this case, we use E plus A. Ito na yun. E, ito yung E, ito yung A. So, yung E plus A natin is equivalent lang yan sa negative 6. So, ang matitira dito ay yung C. So, yung C makukuha natin. So, negative 6 lipat sa kabila, magiging negative 3 plus 6. So, C is equals to positive 3. Next, last, we have E plus C is equals to negative 2. So, itong C plus E o yung E plus C is equals to negative 2. So, matitira na lang dito, A plus negative 2 equals to negative 3. Yung negative 2 lipat sa kabila, magiging negative 3 plus 2, or simply yung A natin is equals to negative 1 because negative 3 plus 2. Okay? Now, gagawin natin yung same trick dun sa kabilang side. So, add natin. We know, tiga-tigalawa yan. Equals to 6. 6 plus 2 plus negative 2 is 6. Divide both side by 2. We have B plus D plus F equals to 3. And again, we do the same trick yung ginawa natin dun sa unang tatlong equation. So, B plus D is equals to 6. Ito yung B plus D equals to 6. Lipat sa kabila. F is equals to negative 3. Okay, next. F plus B ay 2. So, pwede nyo sulat yun. Yung f plus b is equals to 2. Matitira na lang dito, d plus 2. Okay? So, lipat sa kabila yung 2. Magiging d is equals to 1 na lang. Next, f plus d is equals to negative 2. So, yung f plus d is equals to negative 2. Kung negative 2 to, lipat mo sa kabila. So, yung b is equals to positive 5. Now, balikan natin yung question. Yung goal natin ay hanapin yung vertices of the triangle. So, we know A is equals to negative 1, B is 5, C is 3, D is 1, E is negative 5, and F equals to negative 3. Ito yung nakuha natin dun sa previous slide. Since yung ating first vertex is equals to A, B, tanggalin na natin. May balon tayong A sa B. So, this is negative 1, positive 5. Yung CD, tanggalin natin. Ito ay 3, 1. Yung EF, tanggalin na natin. Ang balon niyan is negative 5, negative 3. And we're done. Now, syempre, i-check natin kung tama yung ating mga sagot. So, kunin natin yung midpoint. Negative 1 plus 3 is equals to 2 divided by 2 is 1. Tama. 5 plus 1 ay 6 divided by 2 ay 3. Correct din. Negative 1 plus negative 5 is negative 6 divided by 2 ay negative 3. 5 plus negative 3 is 2 divided by 2 is 1. And sa lahat yan, tama yung ating midpoints. Therefore, we're done.